Hi there, YouTube. Currently, where I am, it is April 4th, 2020, Saturday, April 4th, 2020, 12:05 a.m. Eastern Time, 9:05 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. We have quite a bit to talk about. First of all, we have that earthquake swarming California. Um, let's go. Okay, it looks like that has to be updated. Huh. There we go. So we have a earthquake, actually not San Andreas, by the way, along the San Jacinto Fault Zone, Anza section, Clark Fault. We have an earthquake right along the San Jacinto Fault Zone. So San Jacinto had a 4.9 earthquake. San Jacinto extends all the way up California. Look how far up it extends. All the way almost up to Los Angeles. So the San Jacinto Fault Zone extends right into the San Andreas. It does connect with San Andreas though. You have the Elsinore Fault Zone, and here you have the Hayward Fault right here. No, Garlic. Here's the Hayward Fault. My bad. Hayward's in this area. Where's the Hayward Fault? I know it's in the San Francisco area. There it is. Yeah, there's a Hayward Fault. So basically, this is all mostly strike slip faults. Right here, this is a strike slip, and it goes down into Mexico. Right here. San Jacinto Fault Zone extends all the way down here. So we have a fair amount of earthquake activity here in California. 4.9 here. Now we have a 3.5 at the Tehachapi, California. Tehachapi just had a 3.5. We had a 3.7, another one. Look at that. We had a 3.7, and right here, that 4.0 was just downgraded to a 3.7. That 4.0. Yeah, we just had a 3.5 along Garlock Fault. So, yeah, look at that, guys. Airport Lake Fault Zone. And this is the Long Valley Fault Zone. It's part of the Caldera. That's the Caldera Fault Zone right there. So we have a 3.5 right along the Garlock Fault. Garlock Fault extends all the way down into here. Look how far east it goes. And it goes all the way. It actually goes, and it connects with the San Andreas, by the way. So what's so exciting? It's like, look, right here, the Garlock Fault connects right with the San Andreas. So it does have a connection to San Andreas. And the fact now there's there's an earthquake. Quarry blast? Are you kidding me? Guys, look at this, guys. This might be a result of a quarry blast triggering an earthquake. And this is a strike slip fault. So you're going to see, yep, perfect signature right along the Garlock Fault. Boom. Look at that. Perfect strike slip signature right there. See, it looks like an hourglass, two hourglasses facing each other. That's indicative of strike slip faulting right here. It's basically showing two faults grinding past each other. See right here? Right here, grinding past one another. The one that was in California and Oklahoma was also strike slip, by the way. There we go. Oh, now we just had an aftershock, 1.8 aftershock. So right here, my bad, no reports though. Okay. The 3.6 that occurred the other day was a normal fault. That's normal faulting right there. Normal, possibly thrust. Let's see. Any other faults? Okay, let's go to the 6.5 and see what kind of quake that was. That's a normal faulting. I do not see strike slip signatures here. And surface analysis shows north to south striking fault. max slip 1 meter, and does not reach the surface in this model, which means there was no rupture. This fault did not. They're saying it did not rupture. Basically, it possibly did. I think there was some rupturing. Maximum movement of about 1 meter. I mean, that's really not impressive. Like only 1 meter for such a strong quake. I mean, it did occur in the Salmon River Mountains, so not volcanic in any shape, way, or form. There's Yellowstone National Park. So basically, Yellowstone has tendencies for strong earthquakes, especially this fault right here. There it is. There's the Hegman Lake fault right here. That little one right here, that's the Hegman Lake. There's Hegman fault. That's the fault that had the 7.5. See, there's faults running all through the Yellowstone area that are basically not part of the volcano. This, though, is. The Elephant Back Fault Zone is volcanic. See the Eagle Bay Fault? Magma can rise through here, magma can rise through here. But there's a lot of unbacked faults here, too. The whole Yellowstone region is very seismically active. And basically, look, Yellowstone National Park is a caldera. It's a living, breathing caldera, as one scientist put it in this documentary right here. Where is it? Where is that darn documentary? Hold on. Just give me some history stuff. Research. Where is it? Great. All right. There it is. There's what I was watching right here. Naked Science Super Bowl. I just said this out of
ash and debris. Supervolcanoes eject billions.
Unlike most supervolcanoes, Yellowstone is a hotspot volcano. And it produced a string of supervolcanoes that is known as the Snake River Plain. Snake River Plain is basically a train of calderas. There. So the Snake River Plain is basically formed by the calderas of the Yellowstone volcano. And you can actually follow that, not all of the Snake River Plain, not the whole part of it, but part of it is volcanic. So you have Picabo, you have all these eruptions here. There's the most recent, and this is where the caldera is. The next eruption will likely be northeast of the caldera. So this is because of the river, and this is volcanic. See right here. No, it's aquifer system. Okay, I'm just typing in Snake River Plain. There we go. Wikipedia. That's better. Geology. Snake River Plain can be divided into three sections: Western, Central, and Eastern. The western section is largely tectonic graben or rift valley filled with several kilometers of lacustrine sediments, which is lake sediment. The sediments are underlain by rhyolite and basalt and overlain by basalt. The eastern Snake River Plain traces the path of the Yellowstone of the North American plate over the Yellowstone hotspot, now centered in Yellowstone National Park. The eastern plain is a topographic depression that cuts across basin and range mountain structures, more or less parallel to the North American plate motion. It is underlain by basalt erupted from large shield volcanoes. So basically, it wasn't all just explosive caldera-style eruptions. It was also basaltic eruptions too. Beneath the basalts are rhyolite lavas and invertebrates that erupted as the lithosphere passed over the hotspot. So you basically had a combination of hotspot, like super eruptions and basaltic eruptions. The Snake River Plain is similar to the Eastern Plain, but differs by having thick sections of interbedded lacustrine and fluvial stream sediments, including the Okay, the Island Park in Yellowstone caldera is formed as a result of an enormous rhyolite invertebrate eruptions, with single eruptions producing 600 cubic miles, 2,500 cubic kilometers of ash. Henry's Ford caldera, measuring 18 miles by 23 miles, may be the largest symmetrical caldera in the world. The caldera formed when a dome of magma built up and then drained away. So basically, it wasn't an eruption. It basically filled up, and it didn't erupt, and it just drained away. The center of the dome collapsed, leaving a caldera. Henry's Ford caldera lies within the older and larger Island Park caldera. Younger volcanoes that erupted after passing over the hotspot covered the plain with young basalt lava flows in places, including craters of the Moon and National Monument. So it wasn't all super eruptions. You also had basaltic eruptions too. So, if people worried about Yellowstone having a super eruption, don't worry. Look, there are areas in Yellowstone there are areas along the hotspot that didn't have super eruptions. Look at this. Look at this right here. Look at all these areas without super eruptions. No super eruptions. But now it's getting more and more, how to say this, concentrated. Now the eruptions are becoming more frequent. I think that it's because as it's passing over the mountains, here you're having frequent basaltic and some explosive eruptions that did not form calderas. So right here, you might have had more basaltic eruptions. So caldera, and the name of that volcano, what is it called? Is Henry Forks caldera. Let me do some reading of that, so basically you could read along with me. 1.3 million years ago, formed by an eruption. Had an eruption volume of 280 cubic kilometers, which isn't too bad. That's VEI 7. That's about on par with Tambora, so it's not really VEI 8. It's still considered a super eruption, but it's a low end of a super eruption. So right now we're going to talk about, again, earthquakes and volcanoes, and I'm going to get into the coronavirus later in the video. So right now, let's go to volcano discovery. So this entire area, Rego Park, just this little neighborhood here, Rego Park right here, has over 400 cases, and I live right in this area. Half my family is already sick. Thankfully, everyone in my family is making recoveries because they're in good health. They've been taking care of their health. They've been taking vitamins. So guys, please, I'm urging you, stay home. Get your vitamins, please. Vitamin C, vitamin Bs. Get your vitamins. Extremely important that you need to take your vitamins, even if you're not going to get sick. There are some people with immune systems that are so strong that they are largely asymptomatic to this. Of any age. If your immune system is strong, you might be asymptomatic, but you can still pass it to others. So please just stay home. And if you get the coronavirus and you recover, donate your blood. Donate your plasma so it could be used to save others. Because your antibodies could be used to save others from the coronavirus. That's paramount. Blood donation is extremely important with the coronavirus, especially if you're recovered. If you have the coronavirus and you recovered, like if they find that you had the coronavirus and you made a full recovery, please donate blood. It's extremely important. It's urgent that you do that. It's going to save many lives. They started doing this since the 1918 pandemic to fight cytokine storms. and also build antibodies in the body. It's kind of like a vaccine, but without getting a vaccine. That's more important. Right now, donating blood is more important than getting a vaccine. Let's see. Good. Okay, we have a 3.6. Okay. Looks like we just had a 3.6 13 minutes ago. It's all right. Let's go to volcano discovery now. We had a potential for a super eruption just a few years ago. It got very scary because the volcano has not erupted in almost 100,000 years, and all of a sudden, or maybe not 100,000, but no historical eruptions have been recorded at this volcano, and all of a sudden, it's called the Cerro Negro de Mayasquir volcano. Cerro Negro de Mayasquir volcano. See what that means in Spanish. I think it means Black Mountain. Cerro means mountain. Black Mountain something. Alright, see what that translates. Cerro. Black Hill. Mayasquir. Black Hill of Mayasquir. Okay. Well, let's go right now to that. Last eruption, it says 1936, question mark. Cerro Negro de Mayasquir is an andesitic to dacitic, very explosive, stratovolcano on the Colombian-Ecuadorian border. It contains a caldera open to the west. Oh, so it is a caldera. Yeah. A historical eruption reported in 1936 is probably false. It may have been from the Reventador volcano. Solfataras are found on the shore of a small crater lake. And look what happened here in 2015. We had thousands of earthquakes. Thousands of them. We got very close to possibly having a super eruption. Possibly. Or a large eruption. Especially since it's andesitic and dacitic. That's a very, very, very impressive volcano. Orange alert has been declared for the volcanic complex at the Colombian-Ecuadorian border after a 5.8 earthquake occurred under the volcano last Monday. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's scary. That's really, really scary. Volcano has a... No, I said here. This makes it... Colombian, Ecuador. And it never happened. So, yeah. That was a lot of uplift. Come on. Come on. Let's see there. And then boom, look at that sudden increase in activity right there. It's still at a restless style. No, that's the wrong one. Wrong photo. All right. Deformation measurements show no major changes. Slight ongoing inflation. Might have just been fault over, considering there's no changes going on. 106,000 earthquakes have been detected in a 4 kilometer area south of the Chile Cerro Negro complex since September 29th alone. Daily number of quakes have ranged between 3,700 and 5,400 earthquakes. Orange alert. Wow, they actually put an orange? Huh. Why is it at a let's see, why is it orange right now? Explosive. All right, hold on. Let's see this. August 7, 2019. So SGC OSOVS SP, which basically its full name is. Let's see what that means. So it's a volcanological and seismological observatory of the Colombian Geological Observatory. Okay, they said the swarm has consisted of 147,000 earthquakes recorded up to the time of the report of the publication, mostly with magnitudes less than 3.6. At least 91 very long period earthquakes and 89 long period earthquakes have been detected, indicative of a magma body at depth. In addition, at 7:38 a.m. on July 25th, 2019, a magnitude 4 earthquake located 4 kilometers below the summit of Chile felt by residents. About 850 volcanic tectonic earthquakes were recorded during the period of July 25th to July 28th, and yet it never erupted. Yeah, that's a volcano people need to watch for. Guys, look, this is a very, very dangerous volcano, and especially with all those crazy earthquake swarms. That's a lot of magma that's trying to push its way up. That's a lot of magma. And I know there have been elevated seismic activity. Hold on. Look at that. But within normal activity range. This is actually a super volcano right here. It's a possible super volcano. This might have produced a Pinatubo or larger sized eruption. I'm surprised that the world is not that concerned about it, considering how active it's been the past few years. So let's see. It's right in this area. And what state is it in? Um, let's see. Uh-huh. Actually, I have Google Maps here. Let's see where that is. looks like that earthquake swarm is. I think it's more where it's. Or so it looks like it's more in this area. Let's go to 3.5 in the past 10 years. Draw a rectangle on map. Use this region and search. Okay, 33 kilometers, 4 kilometers. Yep, there it is. That's a volcano right there. That's a little surprising. Catalog. Search. Oops. Region. Search. Earthquake's loading. Earthquake's loading. Let's see. You know what? Let's raise it from a 4.5. Search. There we go, 5.6. Yep. That's the volcanic quake right there. October 20th, 10 kilometers in depth. And that quake was centered right near the volcano. Yep, definitely looks to be volcanic in nature. Follow the period of intense earthquake activity near the volcano. Most of these quakes are very shallow in nature. This one is deeper, shallow, 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 shallow. Look at that. May 13th. So now let's lower to a 4.0. Use this region, search. Let's see. So basically, looks like it's all clustered in this area here. So right now, this is the most concerning volcano. I don't know if it's a super volcano or if it's just a regular stratovolcano, but considering all this earthquake activity centered around this one volcano, it's very imperative that people watch that volcano very closely. I'm surprised it's not one of the decade volcanoes, considering how close it is to a major metropolitan area. Look how close it is to. I mean, look how close it is to Ipalas, to Payas, and San Gabriel, and several of these other communities. Look at that. There's a possible caldera right there. Look at that possible volcanic caldera right there. Let's look at the satellite, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. See, there's this volcano right here. Look. That's a volcano right there. See? Look at these volcanoes here. Nevado del Ruiz. Uh, Nevada del Tolima. That's another volcano. And the side volcano right there. And its last eruption, 1943. So it's erupted in historic times. That's good. It means it's not one of those dangerous type volcanoes that don't erupt in a very long time. Los Nevados. Let's see. I think that's just a mountain range. I don't know if that's a volcano though. That's probably just a mountain. Yeah, definitely not a volcano. Okay, it's working fine. All right. Okay, 19. No snow in New York. See. I just hope they're going to be more fuel efficient. Yeah, I know. So it's still 8 cylinders. Yeah. 5.3 liter Ecotec. How is that an Ecotec engine? 8 cylinder. Yeah, you know what? I want a GMC Suburban. I mean Chevy Suburban base model. Why do I want a Chevy Suburban? It's gonna have a 3-liter, 6-cylinder diesel that was gonna be capable of 30 miles per gallon. Yeah, 30 mpgs basically. Yeah, literally a fuel-efficient diesel car. This car is gonna get up to 30 mpgs. This SUV, it's really good for the environment. Anyway, let's go back to talking about volcanoes again. Um, so I was talking about, yeah, this is what I was talking about here. I'm gonna close out a few of these windows out. Volcanoes, yes. Cayambre. Let's see. Last time it erupted. Okay, this is a little concerning. Um, yeah. Snow-capped Holocene compound volcano. Hmm. Let's see. Volcano discovery. Explosive. Okay, Nevada Cayambe is a massive volcanic complex in northern Ecuador, 60 kilometers northeast of the city of Quito. The equator passes through its southern flank. The Dacitic volcano is located on the western edge of the Cordillera Real in the Ecuadorian Andes, east of the Interandean Valley. The volcano is capped by extensive glaciers which descend 4,200 meters on the eastern Amazonian side. It contains two summit lava domes located 1.5 kilometers apart. Alright, Located is a prominent younger cinder cone of the lower eastern flank, which erupted thick andesitic lava flows that reached 10 kilometers to the east. There's only one confirmed historic eruption during 1785 to 1786, but recent studies have shown that the volcano had produced frequent explosive eruptions during the past 4,000 years. That's not good. Uh, Younger, smaller stratovolcano formed a secondary summit on the eastern side. It has been producing large lava flow source east. Alright, so I'm going to be ending the stream shortly. Yes, and I'm going to be talking about the coronavirus. Right now in Queens County, we have a lot of cases right now. So this is New York City, this is Queens. Let's do by zip code. By zip code. This is my neighborhood right here. This is Regal Park right here. Forest Hills, Regal Park. Look at that. At least 409 cases to 1,245. Zip code unknown is equal to 4,473. So right now, just in my area, this is the tiny little area. Look at this. 11372. Look how tiny these areas are. This is really bad. Like, many, many cases. Like, Regal Park and Forest Hills are among the hardest hit areas right now. Like, it's really bad in northern Queens. Northern Queens, north central Queens is really bad. So, Regal Park, Forest Hills, Corona, Elmhurst. This is Elmhurst right here. Or, yeah, that might be Elmhurst. So this is Regal Park, Forest Hills, Corona, Elmhurst. Elmhurst zip code. Let's see. Elmhurst 11373. So right here's Elmhurst 11373. You know, it goes north of Regal Park. So this is right here. 11373. That's Elmhurst. 11372. I believe that is not Corona. That is Jackson Heights. That's Jackson Heights. Yep, that's Jackson Heights. So Jackson Heights, really, really bad. This little area right here over 400 cases. Literally, this tiny little area right here. Look at this. This tiny little area right here between 34th Street and 37th Avenue, 34th Avenue, 37th Avenue. This little area right here, temporarily closed. Wow. This tiny little area here has over 400 cases. This is like the most concentrated area of coronavirus. I mean, look at this right here. Just check this out, how bad this is. Yeah, literally. If you zoom out, it's not even 500 meters. Like, it's maybe what? It's what, 1 mile across? It's so tiny. It goes only from 71st Street to 95th Street. Like, this tiny little area has the most cases. Regal Park. Also, Regal Park is also very concentrated. Look at this. This tiny little area here. Most of the people live here. And some here. Most of the concentrated cases are in this area. In Forest Hills, though, it's a little more widespread. So this is Forest Hills. So this area from about here all the way to like Astoria Heights really badly hit. So let's see right here, New York. Where's it? Okay, right here. See this tiny 11370, that little area there? Also, East Elmhurst. Very badly hit. Look at this. This is really bad. So North Corona, Elmhurst, just it's really, really, really bad. Like New York City is one of the worst affected areas, and the worst affected areas, unfortunately, include my area. So basically, New York City is the worst affected area in the world right now, based on number of cases. And look at this. Like, we're worse off than Wuhan. Yeah. The city of Wuhan, it never even got this bad in Wuhan. And this is where it started. This is going to be months long, guys. This is going to be for months. Because, you know, it's going to be passing and passing from person to person. Even though we're having all these quarantines and stuff, the virus is everywhere. And the thing is, my throat's starting to get sore a little bit. I might have the coronavirus, or I might just have seasonal allergies. I'm still not sure. Like, I don't have a fever. Yeah, I just touched my forehead. It's cool to the touch. So, probably allergies. Because I have really bad seasonal allergies. And I haven't drank anything in over a couple hours. So, it's probably bad. Just leave it at that right now, New York City, it's extremely bad. Please pray for New York City and help out any way you can. Well, thank you guys so much and have a great day. Bye. And yes, we just had a 3.5 along the Garlock, 0.8 kilometers. Okay, thank you guys for watching and good night. Good night, y'all, and hopefully I'll be joining soon. Yep, and what is about to go? Yeah, it's about to go. And no, Yellowstone is not about to go. Just to make that clear. Yellowstone. Let's see. There's nothing much going on in Yellowstone, thankfully. Just gonna make sure Yellowstone's fine. Thank you for watching and good night.